Hi friends, welcome back to Lina's Kitchen. I really wish it was a show, but hi friends, welcome back to yet another meal prep. We're in week 2 in March of our meal prep. So if you're trying to save time and plan your week ahead, if you're a busy mom like me or a busy student like me, then you have found the right channel or you have found the right video for sure. My name is Lina Kabanya, and I like doing these meal preps every Sunday, but that's not all I do. I also vlog my day-to-day life, so with the angle mainly of productivity because I'm a student, and also with the angle of just wellness because I am trying to get back in track with my health, so just keep fit and all that stuff, but also generally about any other stuff, So in today's week, without wasting much time, we are not going to be cooking a lot of stir fries like the previous week. So the previous week we had a lot of stir fries. We cooked barley stir fry, bulgur stir fry, couscous stir fry. It was like a stir fry weeks. So this week it's going to be quite different. I cannot really place to say what is it going to be, but as always, I'm going to link everything that I'm going to cook in the description, and where necessary just provide a brief description of how I cook it. And again, the point of the meal prep is not really to give you a recipe of how I cook something. It's just to give you an idea of what you can incorporate in your meal plan for the week. On those days where you're like, what am I going to make today? And then you can let me look at this video, and then you'll be like, okay, so today we can have rice and chicken or something like that. And also the idea mainly for me for now on is I'm trying to meal prep low calorie meals. So if you're also trying to eat food that has low calories, according to my own knowledge, this is also something. So generally avoiding white starch on my part, but if you also have kids, I also cook something for my son, so you can also have an idea on that as well. I meal prep roughly 2 meals for him for the week, and then every other day we just incorporate vegetables or something different like that. So I think let me skip the part where I call out everything that I'm going to cook, so that it's not a very long video, because I link it down below anyway, and also I can be speaking as we cook. So as always, the first thing we're going to do is to cut our vegetables. I've already cleaned some of them here, so we are going to cut them, and then okay, so I will try to talk about what I'm cooking as I cut my vegetables. Apologies for the noise. This mic is not noise cancelling because I misplaced the fluffy thing, but it's okay. So today, Sunday, we are going to be having sadza as always. By now, Sunday is for sadza, and we're having it with pork and cabbage. So it is the last starch dish of the weekend. From tomorrow, no starch. So Monday, tomorrow, we are going to have roasted potatoes and steak that I already marinated last week. So I don't have to do anything for meal prep for that one. So that is just meal planning actually. So to give you an idea, so it's just going to be roasted potato and steak, and we're going to have an avocado salad on the side. I could have prepared the potatoes and put them in water, but then I think it's okay. That won't take much time to make. And then for the lunch is what I'm going to prepare today. So I'm going to prepare lentils, and we're just going to have them on their own with nothing. So I'm going to load them with vegetables. So that is carrots, potatoes, and sweet potatoes. So I have a leftover mashed sweet potato from last week that I'm going to put in there, in the lentils. Let me just show you. So last week we had a day that we ate mashed sweet potato, and so we had a leftover, and I'm going to put this in lentils, so it makes the soup a bit thick, and also it makes it more filling if we're just going to be having it on its own alone. Okay, so that was Tuesday, right? On Wednesday we are going to have chickpea salad. Chickpea salad is going to have chickpeas. It will be loaded with chickpeas, eggs, boiled eggs, sweet corn. I have canned sweet corn. That's the one that I use. and lettuce. You put everything and anything that you like. If you have croutons, you also put croutons in there. And that's about it. And then for now, let me just boil lentils. I like red lentils. They're like my most favorite. I've seen brown, green, and other colors. Mainly most people use those for salad, but I like red lentils. They almost make like a soup. I feel like they're tasty, but I don't know, maybe it's just how I cook them. So I'm going to just soak them a little because I don't want to boil them, but also I don't want to put them straight away in my vegetables without being boiled. So I'm going to stop the cutting of vegetables for now and just boil this. There is no measurement whatsoever. I just put what I feel like is enough for us. So this can be just lunch for tomorrow, but we can have leftovers that we can use for another day. So we're gonna put water in here, and then we continue with the cutting. I like to use red onion when I'm doing like stir fries. Yeah, and then I like to use onion when I'm like making stews, beans or so. And I have no idea why they call it red onion when it's purple. I mean, no one is blind, right? We all clearly see there's purple onion and they have the audacity to call it red, but okay, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe there's a scientific reason. Maybe I'm just being ignorant. Red cabbage, red onion, yet it's clearly purple. We don't know why, but it is what it is. So let's quickly finish up the cutting. I've already boiled the beans, so that's another important thing. If you're meal prepping, everything that needs boiling, the smart thing to do actually is to boil that first, probably in the morning or the day before you have to meal prep. So I soaked the beans last night and then I boiled them after I came back from church. So the beans is already ready to just cook. I don't have anything else that needs boiling. I just need to marinate the chicken, which I will do last because I'm still thinking whether to marinate and cook it or just to marinate it and let it be ready for the coming week so that we just put it in the air fryer. It doesn't take time, actually. The onion is making me cry. I tried to wash it. This is a trick that people use, but it did not work clearly. You may as well enjoy with us the movie that we are watching. From the sound, if you've watched Mr. Bean's Holiday, then you can tell that's what it is. And then the tomatoes, whether to cut them or to blend them. To cut them or to blend them. Does it give the same taste? I think it does. I think blending is neat, is cleaner and faster than cutting, so I'm going to blend them. Okay, so we have done the cutting. We have all our carrots, our onions, our peppers. The lentil we're going to cook, the broccoli we are going to make. Everything has been cut. Begin to cook. So I've already put this big pot for my beans, sorry. So I already have to start cooking the beans now before I burn it. Yeah, let's do that. And my favorite spices, I love cooking beans because then I get to experiment with every kind of spice. In my own experience and in my own thinking, you can put any spice you like in beans as long as it is not a green spice. Herbal spices, I don't like to put them in beans. So I can put curry, I can put, this, I don't know, show macadam. I got it from a Moroccan shop. I can put that, not too much of course. I can put chili, a little bit of chili. I can put coriander. I can put all spices in beans, and this is why, because I feel like for beans you give it the flavor. Otherwise, on its own, I don't really find beans very flavorful. So yeah. And also another thing, I think I always say this, when I'm making beans, I don't like to put a lot of other things like carrots, like peppers and everything. I just put the traditional onions and tomatoes. So here are my blended tomatoes that I'm putting. I'm going to leave some of the tomatoes for the lentils. There we go. And then in here, I'm just going to make a little bit of mashed potato. When the potatoes is almost ready, I'm going to put broccoli because I want to make a vegetable bake. This is what we're having for lunch on Tuesday and another day, a vegetable bake. And then in here, I'm going to put the ground beef mince. So it's the mince that is going to mix with the mashed potato. So I'm sort of like cooking everything at the same time. I'm thinking of putting something else here, but I think the pan won't fit because I was thinking of putting the lentils, but it's a big pan, so it will not fit. So I've said what I'm cooking on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, right? Wednesday we said the chickpea salad. For lunch, we're going to have a chicken wrap, and I'm going to just fry the chicken and put it in a lunchbox. So on the day, everyone can just make their own wrap. So that is just me and my husband. And then on Thursday, it's going to be salmon. Salmon, I prefer to have it fresh and it doesn't take time. It's 5 minutes, so again, we'll cook it on the day. Couscous, we're going to make it today. We're going to have salmon and couscous. The lunch is going to be the vegetable bake that I'll make today. And then on Friday, it's the beans and rice, but I can also have it with a wrap. I don't really enjoy beans and rice. I prefer it with a wrap or with bread. And then lunch is also a wrap again with that chicken. So, and then the week is over. Just like that. Soup is ready. I'm going to add the beans. So I'm just curious, if you are watching and you also do meal preps, what for you is like the worst thing when you're meal prepping? Like, the cutting of vegetables, or the cooking itself, or the cleaning up after? What is like the most tiring? But if you're also just watching because you enjoy like watching these videos and you'll never meal prep, I would just also like to know why. Why would you never meal prep? Like, why is this not for you? Why is this something that you would never do? I'm just curious to know. And then I would also just like to like give a tip. Other people ask me like on my WhatsApp and all, they say, but how do you like come up with these meals and all that? So a simple thing that I do is, first of all, obviously, I look at my fridge. What do I have in my fridge? Or before I even go to buy, I just think, okay, last week, what did I mainly cook? And then I already started to write on Monday, okay, chicken. I start with the meats, obviously. So I'll just be like, okay, Monday, chicken, Tuesday, beans, Wednesday, beef, Thursday, lentils, Friday, pork. Something like that, because I don't like to eat the same thing every day. My husband doesn't mind, Zane doesn't mind, so yeah, but I do. I don't want to eat the same thing every day, and also sometimes every week. So I think, okay, last week I ate a lot of this, so this week let me just say, okay, chicken, beef, and then after that I'll go in with the vegetables to say, okay, if we have a lot of peas last week, then this week maybe let's have less peas. And then that's how I eventually just meal prep. I also get inspiration from a lot of YouTube videos, from a lot of Pinterest. And sometimes I just imagine, okay, what if I mix this, this and that? How does it taste? And then sometimes I already even write it down so that I don't forget. Or I just type it in my phone so I don't forget. So I already remember to put it on the coming meal prep. So I've always been doing this meal planning and meal prepping, but I've just not been making videos about it. And yeah. It's because I just don't like to eat the same food. So this is where I find my inspiration. So I'm just wondering if you also like meal prepping. What is the thing that you hate about it? And does it save time for you? But if you don't like it, why? Okay, why would you never meal prep? I had forgotten to crush the garlic. This again is one of the parts that I hate the most. And I don't know, I think there's a better garlic crusher that you can get than this one. This one still looks like a lot of labor, but this is not the boring part. The boring part is peeling off the garlic. Is there something where you can just put in all the garlic separates itself and crushes itself? Because sometimes I even avoid making food with garlic because of this. but there is food that really tastes nice with garlic. Like in this case, I'm going to put this in my what's this? In my white sauce, which I'm going to use for the vegetable bake. And I really like the taste of garlic in there. So yeah. I also like to cook and sort of like clean so that the end part is not like disastrous. Of course, it's a little bit dirty when you're doing the whole cooking, but then I think if you try to like clean up whilst you do it, it's better. What was in here? Ah, okay, the beans. Beans of the vegetable bake, I'm going to use the sauce. So it's already like it doesn't take time, ready-made sauce or whatever, and it has carrots and onions, which I also already put when I was cooking the mince, which is quite unnecessary. Fine. The mince is ready for the vegetable bake. The beans is also almost ready here, but I like to make beans steamer for a very long time so that all the flavors get inside the beans. Again, personal preference, it is not the standard. I am not a chef, in case I did not already say it, or maybe it already shows with how I do things. I don't know, but I'm not a chef. The potato is almost getting ready. I add the broccoli in there because I want to mash it together, the broccoli and the potato. The idea is to have a lot of broccoli than potatoes, but also have some kind of a base that is filling. Next time I'm going to try this with sweet potato and see how it tastes. But for now, we're just going to use the ordinary potatoes with broccoli and mix it with the mince and then the cheese. So now I'm going to prepare the white sauce. The stove is tired. The stove is tired. I'm making now here is the lentils. So I'm putting all these vegetables because, like I mentioned, we're just going to be having lentils on their own, and we feel like they're not very filling on their own. So at least if you put potatoes and carrots and all this stuff, they will be maybe a bit filling. So because they don't take time to cook and I've soaked them in hot water, I'll put them last. I'm not sure if I should put the peas or not. Maybe let's wait. Maybe let's put the tomatoes first and then put the peas together with the lentils. And sina energy na jo. And na energy na jo. Now I'm just waiting to mash the potatoes and the broccoli. So this is 3 meals that are going out at once: the beans, the lentils, and the potato bake. And then lastly we do the chicken, and then we're done, I think, because the other meals that need to be done throughout the week. So here we have the white sauce, and I'm going to put cheese in it. Of course, we're going to put cheese at the top as well, but I also like the inside to have a flavor of cheese. So some may obviously argue that cheese is not low calorie, but oh well. It brings the taste, and that's more important. So it has to be thick enough, because we're going to mix it with the mesh, which you're about to do now. Ooh. Now we want to make the couscous. I had almost forgotten about it. Where is it? Ah, it's here. And then it's the last one. I was thinking we were done, but no. Why are you looking at me? We have to measure it. 1 cup to 1 cup. Never put couscous without measuring it. You will cook sadza. So 1 cup couscous equals to 1 cup hot water. And make sure to put the salt first before you put the water. So put the salt. You can put cooking oil if you want, but you can skip it because then you put butter at the end. But I'm going to put couscous because I don't think I'm going to put butter. And then remember, couscous, you don't boil it, you just let it stand for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then all the water disappears. Dance around together. Okay, let's clean up whilst we wait for everything to be ready. And then we dish up. Just look what I'm gonna do here. This is my own thinking. So this is the broccoli and the potatoes, right, that we are mashing. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take everything and mix it in this pot, and then make the potato bake. So first I'm going to take the cream. Of course, some people put layers, but I feel like sometimes when we put layers, there's nothing wrong, but you get to have a part where there's cheese and a part where there's no cheese, a part where there's vegetables, and a part where there's something else. So I'm going to mix everything here, and then I'm going to take the beans as well and then put them in again. So we are just going to take the whole pasta bake. I'm going to take the beans, and then I'm also going to put them. Kind of looks unpleasant, but I'm going to leave a little bit for Zane's pasta bake. Remember, he's going to have spaghetti. So we are also going to mix this again. Okay. This is a trick. I also do this with my pasta, by the way. I mix everything before I put it because I want flavor for every spoonful that I eat. And then when it's done like this, we put it in. Okay, so we transfer now to the casserole, and then in the casserole, that's when you put the layers of everything mixed now. So we have the first, oh my God, this pot is hot. Okay, there we go. We have the first layer, like this. And then we put the cheese. It's a mix of 2 cheeses, so it's just cheddar and, it's not mozzarella, the other one. What is it? Emmental. Then you put your other layer, the last one. See? And the final product, if you were to taste it, it's unfortunate you don't get to taste my meals, guys. But the final meal will be nice because every broccoli has been touched by cheese. every carrot has been touched by the creamy sauce. So you are not just, see, very nice. And then the thing that we added was the couscous, I think, and the peppers. And now we're going to put that mash. We're only going to put the sweet potato last because it's already cooked, right? Otherwise, we're going to put it first together. So this is also going to add the sweetness. I hope it doesn't make it into a soup because it's mashed. But then let's see. We just mix it gently, and then the smell is done. I already tasted the lentils. They taste nice. See, they don't take time to cook. I just put them a few minutes and they've already like disappeared into the meal. So this is done. And then here the couscous is also ready. We just have to put the sweet peppers. This is going to be a couscous salad, so that means we're going to add other things on the day, like cucumber, cucumber I think mainly, and sweet corn. I mentioned the last thing we're going to do is marinate our chicken. I'm going to marinate it with barbecue sauce and sweet chili sauce and ketchup. I do use ketchup to marinate, and then I'm going to put another sweet chili sauce to make it a bit hot. But then I'm not going to put spices on the chicken. I'm just going to put salt and cooking oil. And I think I'm not going to make it today. I'm just going to put it in the lunchbox like that. So on the day we also just put it in the oven or in the air fryer, lightly air fryer, because it's fast and it's easy to clean. I think the air fryer is the most abused gadget in this home. And then the blender. Of course, if we're not talking about the washing machine and the other stuff. But yeah, they're really helpful gadgets, but I also think they're abused. For all these sauces, the sauce that I put the most is the barbecue, because that's the flavor that I'm looking for. And it's finished. We have to look for another one. Oh my god. Okay, we're in the last phase of cooking. Here we have the chicken stir fry, where we're going to put the peppers, and then here this is the pasta, Zane's pasta, and now I'm going to cook the couscous here. I mean, it's already done, but I just have to put the peppers and then put the couscous, and then we'll add the other things later. I'm also going to put the chicken, the stir fry in here. So all the vegetables are finished. We're literally coming to the end of our circle. And on that note, the bake is ready. I'm going to show you. Can I get some light? Can I get some light? There we go. I'm going to show. I need some gloves. Okay, I'll grab the closest thing. I'm gonna burn myself because I want to show. We almost dropped it, but it looks nice. I'll really show it when I take it out, but I can't wait to devour. But this is also ready. I didn't close the fridge. Now I'm very tired. Always when you come back to the end of a meal prep, you feel so tired. I know it's worth it, but everything feels like it's everywhere, and the time feels like it's running out, and Monday feels like it's already here, and I didn't rest, and I haven't taken my run. I still need to go for my run. Am I melting down? No. But yeah, when it's coming to an end, it's all like that. But the good thing is, you know that you did it again, and your week has been freed up of time. You can come back home and do other things, not just cook. And you can spend the rest of the day without thinking of what to cook. You don't wake up and think, okay, what am I going to have tonight? What am I going to have for lunch? You don't wake up thinking of that. So again, that is amazing. I'd forgotten to make the chickpeas, but then it's okay because that's like for Thursday, and I just have to boil them, so I can do this like when we're just chilling. So I'm just gonna put them here so that I don't forget. So this is like for Thursday, and it's just chickpea salad. They just have to be boiled and ready. Some people prefer the canned chickpeas, but yeah, I mean, preferences differ. I find this one affordable, and yeah, I don't know. So here we are done with the This is for the wraps for 2 days, and this is the couscous salad to call it. So now let's pick up. Let's pick up. Before I forget is to add sweet corn to your couscous. I had forgotten. So in case on the day you don't want to add cucumber and other things, you would just have added peppers and sweet corn, and it will still look nice and tasty yummy. But then on the day, if you remember, you can put cucumber, feta, red onions if you like, just to make it fresh, nuts if you love, whatever, just make it a loaded salad. But otherwise we are really done for today. We have to put in the lunchbox. Thank you. I am done today in 2 hours 30 minutes. And also, I am, if you haven't watched my other videos, I'm doing a 30-day challenge of walking 10K steps a day, at the same time vlogging every day. So today is day 7, and this is going to count as my vlog, and I am on 7,000 steps, so I still need to go for the run or something to get to 10K steps. But anyway, this is it for the day. Let me just show what we have. We have our casserole, a vegetable casserole. We have our beans. We have our couscous, our chicken, stir fry for our wraps. So this is spaghetti for Zane. And then the lunches for tomorrow are already packed, so for Monday. And this is chicken that is just marinated to go into the air fryer for some other day. So this is the end of the vlog. Of the meal prep. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, hit the red button. If you really like my videos, please do like, and also if you watched to the end, please do like and subscribe, and yeah, comment with whatever I asked when we were doing the meal prep. This is the end. I'm going to just close this up, and we're going to pack them. Thank you for keeping me company whilst I do this. Yes, Baba. Okay, I do. Now you can speak. Do you want to say something? Say something.
We had a nice day, and we were resting.
We were resting. You were resting, and I was cooking.
And Mama was cooking. And then we are going to the park now. And see you.
See you. Alrighty. Happy Sunday or happy Monday if you're going to be watching this on a Monday, because that's when I upload.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Or happy Tuesday. Or whatever day you are watching this. So the end. Oopsie. We spilled a little beans there. So bye.